let's see what happens in this game. If you... Okay, so they're playing normal. Now, the real Lopez, what's going to happen? Main line, Morphe defense, they call it. Main line is castles. And this could be a little premature, but we'll see what happens. Usually black stops and plays this. And he doesn't, he goes here. Okay, so it's a tricky position. I'm trying to think. See, we have to be careful. This may be becoming a threat here. Let's see. I think you have to be careful. If rook e1, you run into knight g4. So, this is almost becoming one of those. There was that game, Super Puzzler versus Benny Wins, where it was a martial attack, and white played the anti-martial, and black did his martial anyway. It was, in my opinion, the best game I'd ever seen that I ever broadcast on or done a video for Team 45 League. All these are uploaded to YouTube on my YouTube channel, their own playlist. There's a lot of them. The first ones were made back in 2012, and my mic wasn't all that good on the first one, so if you don't like the first, skip to about number 10, and the quality gets better. So very, very tricky position here. Okay, probably going to trade on b5. No? Okay. Well, this is... The hatches have been battened down, as I say. Now, what is he doing? Ugh. Okay, these rook pawn moves, guys, you need to stop doing them. Okay? Just stop. It doesn't help your game. You need to develop your pieces. Now, one drawback with having this out here is, okay, let me give you an example. White might like to do this, followed by this, followed by this, but he's still two moves away from doing just that. Okay, so black has time to prepare against that. Okay, so develop your pieces first. These rook pawn moves are bad news. It doesn't really help your game. Now, if you do castle, notice that white can occupy that g6 square. Why? Because they have pawn would be pinned. Okay, I'm not going to go much on more about that. Okay, but here white actually has a pretty good strategy. Let me explain it. Bishop e3. Now, I've seen many people actually get this position as white. Black is eager for this because white has the double pawns. And white often says, oh, I can't have double pawns, and white quickly plays d4, which is a huge mistake. Okay, because when black trades, suddenly e4 can come under pressure. But the trick is, let me get rid of the arrows. The trick is these center pawns are actually very strong. Look at how much influence white has in the center. That's a lot. White has one other thing that black doesn't have. He has an open file. So there's a maneuver here that white can do. Now, black, let's just make some developing moves. Let me show this to you. Castles. Now, white would like to put this knight here, but he can't go to h4 yet because of this move. Okay? Right? So all white does is just tuck the queen to e1. Now let's keep developing for black. Let's play d6. Now I'm going to play here. Now, soon we're going to see why this was a blunder. For instance, if black plays queen e7, see, remember I was talking about that earlier? Oops. I have a friend that U.S. champion did this to my friend, and he lost exchange. He went on to win the game. He's the one that will be here on Thursday. Okay, so let's develop the queen here. Now, white plays here, and white has a threat. And it's due to the fact that this pawn has come up here. White's threat is to play knight takes pawn check. See, the g7 pawn is overloaded. It's overworked. It can't perform two defensive tasks. So at this point, white's running, threatening to get a decisive advantage. So what's black going to do? We don't know. Do you want to bring your king out? Well, this could get dangerous in a hurry.
Check.
Very dangerous. Who wants to play black here? Raise your hand. I didn't think so. Okay. So, I went too far back. Okay, so here, 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 here. What does black do here? You have to come back here? Well, now I'm going to play here. I'm threatening to win the pawn. Okay? Knight takes pawn check as a threat. So you want to come over here? Well, white's got some attacking chances here. And we haven't even touched this F-file. So something like this happened to me years ago. And I've never forgotten it. And I somehow, the guy had this overwhelming attack on me, and he mishandled it, and I beat him. But I should have lost. So this would be a good move here. But you got to know this plan. But look at both sides' clocks. They're both gaining time here. Okay, they have more time than when they started. So you owe it to yourself and your teammates to slow down. You have almost 2 minutes per move. You need to take it. I'm doing I'm doing all these videos for everybody who's playing in Team 45 League, so you can learn to play better chess. Okay, you got to take your time.
Check.
Okay, now here's the case. White didn't need to do this. Okay, black is going to take back his queen, right? Watch this.
Check.
Now, black did not play this move. He didn't. White did. White just moved black's queen to F6. Move your own pieces. Don't move your opponents. This is the law of exchanges that Nimzovich talks about. You respect Nimzovich? Aaron Nimzovich, my system? Okay. He could kick my butt if he were alive and at his peak. I state his rule thus: don't make exchanges which improve the position of your opponent's pieces. Instead, let him make exchanges which improve the position of yours. And we do this by the concept of reinforcement. Black followed the rule. He let white make an exchange which improved his position, the position of his queen. Black's almost ahead in development here. If white develops his bishop this turn, black can castle, and black will be fine. But here, my other rule: if you're not sure what to do, develop a piece. Hey, let's go back and do this move. If he takes, we might have the option. We might even go here. We can get a knight into F5 a little quicker. Or if he takes, we can still do this. Okay. So this,
check.
Here's the knight that moved 3 times to capture a piece which moved once. Okay, so why are you developing this when this is sitting at home? You still have possibilities of attack here with this move. If takes. Let's try to do the same thing that we did already. Now we still can't go here. We can go here. This is coming. You want to stop it? You don't stop it. I go there anyway. Hello, queen. Okay, you'll come back here. I'm going to chase you again. When I come back here, oh wow. Let's start breaking your king position open. Okay, I mean, it's just trying to help. All right, so this doesn't help your position. Developing your pieces does, because right now your bishop is the only thing attacking this whole black army. You got one bishop out there. Your knight's kind of helping a little bit. If you're going to get a checkmate, you need these guys back here on the back row. They're the ones that are going to deliver the checkmate. So let's develop the bishop so we can develop the queen so the rooks will be connected. Then we can find an open file, put our rooks on them, and go checkmate this guy, okay? So here he wants to move his knight and trade bishops. So I would want to trade light squared bishops too. Why? Because this is a great bishop. It's pointed at where I want to put my king. Well, it's starting to slow down a little bit. They were both over 50 minutes a moment. Hey, look, he played my move. Good job. Oh, hey, now, will white see the plan? You know, so here, black violated the rule of exchanges. He improved the position of white's pieces. Turnabout's fair play. He gave white the open f-file. White did not put his pawn here. White didn't make that move. Black did. You know, show me how I'm wrong. How does white open up this file? Oh, it can be done, but you're going to have to move your knight so you can advance your f-pawn and then trade it. That takes a while. Okay. So black is handed back the advantage that he got by getting his queen out for free. So he sees the discoveries, but does he? You know, look at this lineup. I mean, we can't take this. You see, we'd like to do this because if he takes, you know, it's easy to see we get this. Check. But there's a couple of flaws with this. Number one, there was one already you've probably seen. But the first one I want to point out is white didn't get enough enough material for the queen he won, or he gave up too much for the queen he won. Black has a rook and 2 minor pieces for the queen. But of course, there was another flaw. But this is how we start our analysis. The other flaw was what? He just takes with the knight and protects this square. But I don't know. Let's see. D4. Oh, I'm going to take this. Thank you very much. And then black says, thanks for the free piece. I'm gonna win this game. But we're on the right track here. We've got some possibilities, and I'm sure white is looking for those possibilities as we speak. Let's see what he does. Okay, something I wanted to do, and it does attack the queen. It does menace this square, and black is not going to be able to castle.
Check.
So, you know, here we are at move 16. Now I'm going to back this up. You know, black has himself to blame for not getting castled. Okay, let's just back this up a little bit. Okay, white's attacking this pawn, so we'll grant that he needs to do that. But here, couldn't black castle here? Safely? He plays this. Okay, let's see. This is under protection. Couldn't black castle here? He doesn't.
Check.
I can't castle there. Couldn't black castle here? See? Gotta take care of your king. That's three times. Couldn't black castle here? I mean, you know, black's alive and kicking. He's got some double pawns, but his king is safe. And the f-file didn't open up. Can't black castle here? Yes, of course he can. But I'm not sure if white has, well, let's see, no, white has something here. There's that annoying discovery. Now it works. Maybe that was there in some of those other lines. No, he gives up too much for the queen.
Check.
See, this white's gave up too much material for the queen. Okay. So the answer why black hasn't castled is right here, is written right here in his clock. You know, he didn't think long enough.
Check.
Now we got pressure. That king looks in a world of hurt. This seems to be a very strong move. Let's burn a move. See if it's a
check.
Threat. How are you going to get that check? You want to go here? Or you want to go here? It doesn't matter.
Checkmate.
Okay, so white has a mate threat. Now the king has a flight square. That's what white does.
Check.
So white saw the mate, the mating idea. There goes the flight square.
Check.
Now, did he win a piece? No, the queen protects it.
Check.
Okay. I guess I meant to say did he lose a piece because I forgot he took a knight here. Okay, now we have another check. And you can open up the c file. Okay, I like that. It could cost you a bishop. Let's see what black does. Oh, it doesn't. No, he doesn't cost you a bishop. That's protected. Okay, so he runs for the hills. Run for the hills, boy. The dam is hills, boys. The dam is burst. Okay. Always check it might be mate. Let's do this.
Check.
Always check it might be
Check.
mate. Now he can take, and we definitely have a target over here. I mean, how long do you think this king is going to last here? He could survive, but if anything else, white's a pawn up. If you can't find the mate, and this queen can get back into play easily enough. But here, this is a possibility. But here, I mean, look at black's game. He took some time on this, but he didn't take enough. His clock went down, 24 seconds? Meaning he took just barely over a minute. Now, he restored material. Well, no, he was down 2 pawns, so he didn't restore material equality.
Check.
And he allows this check. And he can hide on a7, try to hide back here. But this is coming. But not yet. All in due time. Okay. This is covered. White has a strong attack here. Okay. So the king... Oh, no, we're going to take on c7. Ouch. Ooh. You better take on c7.
Check.
All right. Ooh, this is bad. Now, what do we do with white? I'm tempted to sacrifice the exchange. White can... Rook takes, king takes, bishop check, king moves, a7. But then black can play rook a8 and say, go ahead and take back the exchange. You can play a7 right now. Let's see what he does.
Check.
He took there. But hey, look, okay, I'm happy here.
Check.
His clock went down 2.5 minutes, plus his increment. He took over 3 minutes on this move. So now he's paying attention, which is good. Black is still going a little too quick. Okay, black needs to take, or he's in trouble. Now he went that way. And like I said, go back there. Let him have the exchange back. See, this is a position I talked about. So, I got to throw this in. All of you watching, you're going to play grandmaster moves. And the evidence for that is that when you solve a tactic, chances are you solve many tactics that a grandmaster did during a tournament game. The only problem is we can't solve the rest of the grandmaster's moves, and we don't get those wonderful tactics. But here, I'm not a grandmaster, so we'll just say you came up with master moves. Now, my master moves may not always be the best, but you came up with a move that I did. My only question was, did white have more? Okay, and sometimes we got to look for more. So let's back this up and have some fun here. Okay, we don't have to sack the exchange, or do we? Let's see. The rook did its job. It stole a pawn on c7, right? White's 2 pawns up, right? Let's see. The rook is hanging. We've got to deal with that. So let's put it here. Now, do we have that? See, here's what I want you to notice. This king can't come back. Okay, that's what I'm playing for. That the king can't come back. The rook on f7 is protected. All white needs to do is figure out a way to get his queen over there. And, you know, maybe he's in business. Okay, now, this is a kind of move that if you're playing in a tournament game, your opponent suddenly has to really stop and think. You know, when you play rook takes c6, which is a good move, it gives your opponent an easy reply. He has to take the rook or it's over. Okay? Meaning he doesn't spend any clock time, meaning he doesn't get into time pressure. Now, black is playing quickly already, so this is a good strategy to use against someone who's moving fast. Black better play this accurately. If he doesn't, he's toast. So, you know, black has to start thinking of a defense. Now, you know, there's plenty of defenses. Rook d7. The idea of rook d7 is we're trying to get this king tucked back here. Is rook d7 a good move? I don't know. Look, no, it's not. We want a piece. Okay, so see, I miss one movers. Okay, rook b7 is out. We just take it. Does black have to lose time? I mean, what if black comes here? You know, now maybe we can gain a tempo here. See, he doesn't have time to take the rook because we get a queen. So now he comes over here. And now suddenly look at this.
Check.
And that black king is not looking good at all. You know, now can white find a mate from this position? I certainly hope so. Let's try this now.
Check.
And now
Check.
Here. And there it is.
Checkmate.
How about that? And I'm bad on tactics. And this, you know, note this line wasn't forced at all. And I got some comments here. Hi, how are you, Master at chess? I'm doing well. Yeah, queen is guarding the e3 pawn. That's why I kept it. Let's see, bishop e8 better than rook f8. Well, it could be. I'm just making moves. Let's answer your question here. But here, look at this. Look at this wonderful mate that we found for white. Oh, darn it! Okay, I hit the wrong button. Okay, forward 61. We'll get that position. Oh, we didn't get it back. Not quite. Let's back this up. Okay. So, 1 second. I'll answer your question. Okay, so rook takes c6 was the move, right?
Check.
Okay, now we're going to go here instead, right? Now you said, isn't bishop e8 better? Okay. It could be. Let's see. Let's go gain a tempo on the queen. Okay, now where's this queen going to go? We don't know. I don't think it's going forward anywhere, so it's got to back up. Let's put it here to help out. Now let's do this. And he doesn't have to play here, but it doesn't matter if he does or doesn't. This is coming.
Check.
Okay. Now black is ready to take on a7. We can't play bishop d5 check because the rook will hang. Let's see. No, you move bishop a8. Good job. Okay, it looks like a better move. I got to shrink this because I can see the chat. I got a hello, hi Attila Zero, or Turzo, Attila Zero, international master, a great chess teacher. Okay. Anyway, the commentators have found a good defense, but I sure like my line. That was fun. Let's see if I can do that again. Let's see, how did that come about? So rook f7. If rook here I was doing this, right? And then I was pushing here because it protects the rook because of this. So this was going here. And then I was playing this check.
Check.
And I was doing
Check.
this check, right? And this is how I did it.
Check.
That's how I did it.
Checkmate.
Remarkable. And, you know, but, you know, to really succeed at chess, you know, we have to come up with some, you know, you're capable of finding, you guys were capable of finding the obvious rook takes c6. I mean, everybody here saw rook takes c6 check. They see this line. You know, he's playing like a grandmaster right now. Okay, you're all capable of that. It's what makes how does the like my friend whose peak rating was 2480. I said, when you beat a 2400, how did you win? He said they overlooked the tactic. Because he, you know, understands all these guys have the ability to find all these lines, and you know we're less than they are. We're trying to go on their par. We're taking our time. We're analyzing. We're finding it. And you know the points I make with rook here, like the commentator said, he asked me, isn't bishop e8 better? Probably is, but this is going to make black consume clock time, which he's not taking. So anyway, but good job. I mean, we're trying, you know, we can analyze this until, how long am I on? Another 2.5 hours almost. We could analyze this for the next 2.5 hours. I'm sure both these players would appreciate it. I'm sure we'll all learn something, but there's something in all these games. So, you know, this is obvious.
Check.
And I'm sure it's got a great continuation. What I'm saying is black gets some free choices here. He doesn't have to think much. It's obvious here he plops the rook there. And here he
Check.
has to get the king the heck out of there. Okay? So black just got some free moves. Black still has a difficult position. White can get the exchange back right now if he wants. And he does. But White's also traded off some of his attacking forces. See, this much I saw, I didn't explain yet. Now, doesn't mean White's not going to do well here. I would say he's going to do very, very well. Now, we want to start looking at master ideas. We see this pawn is under attack. Do we really need that pawn? Like, what if we drop the queen right here on e6? What we're saying to black is, go ahead, take my pawn with check. I'll run in the corner. And then you have to defend this position. Meanwhile, my queen is threatening to check on e7. You know, we'll see. Let's see what White came up with. I don't know. Okay. Well, this makes sense too. But let's look at this move. So I want you guys thinking beyond the box here. All right.
Check.
Be willing to give this up. You know, some of us, we say we can't do a move. We'll lose a pawn. Well, so what? Okay. It bears repeating. You know, Jeremy Silman in his How to Reassess Your Chess 4th edition. I'm sure you respect him. What did he say? He said, many times when we're playing a game, we tell ourselves we can't do a move, and we don't. But his basic challenge is, he challenges you, you say, you have to do this on your own. You have to say, when your mind says can't, you have to set off a little, that's the secret word, the Groucho Marx secret word, for those of you old enough. If not, go try to find the old videos of Bet Your Life with Groucho Marx. It's just brilliant. You have the secret word. If the guest said the secret word, little bird would come down and they'd win an extra $50 or something, which was a lot of money back in the 1950s, okay? So the secret word is can't. We say we can't give up that pawn because it's with check. But is White getting back rank checkmated? No. Does White have some threats here? I think he does. Let's burn a move so we can make a White's turn. Check. Where are you going to put that king? You want to go back here? I'll just take this pawn. Now I'm threatening to play check and steal your rook. Where's your back rank mate, black? So where else can black put that king? You want to come up here? Okay. Well, suddenly I get a check
Check.
here. Oh, no, I don't get a check there. Now black does get his back rank mate. Okay, well, for what it's worth, I have a check down here. Is that enough? I don't know. We have to watch the back rank mate, so we have to keep checking. What if he comes up here and attacks our rook? Well,
Check.
we have another check. Where's black going to go? I think he has to go here. Now where's he go?
Check.
Oh, wait. Sorry, mouse up.
Checkmate.
Okay, where's he go? All right. So, black can't play king b5. Where's he go? How about here? Doesn't this transpose? If anything, we can take this.
Check.
Check.
Checkmate.
So now that doesn't mean queen e6 wins. We haven't analyzed it to death, but I want, train yourself. When you say you can't, ask yourself if you can. Now let's finish off what Silman said. He says, many times you will find that you can do a move you think you can't. Now go ahead and do it. And he said, you're going to gain 150 rating points. Now, I didn't say this, he did. Okay, is he wrong? I don't know. But if I said he was wrong, who would you believe would be right, me or him? You believe him. He's got the I am title. I don't. But anyway. So I'm sure this is a good move. Now, and White's 1585. We can't expect White to maybe consider it, reject it. Maybe in his mind he said, I can't do it. But he is threatening a check here. He is threatening to bring the queen back here and get her into play over here, right? So, I mean, this is a perfectly logical move. Is it the best move? We can't ask you guys to play like grandmasters, but if you analyze the position, you can. Okay, what's black going to do? He might want to oppose the queen. Let's see what he does. Well, he says, I don't want to trade queens, but I'm not letting you here. So now White has a chance to bring the queen back and try to get her over here to help. They're good. So, White's got a good plan. Now here, this is interesting. There's the pawn again. Now, I'm not saying queen a4 is the best move, but it certainly puts the queen in play and offers that pawn again. Now we can check her first and see how it goes. Let's see what White does. No, he's going to stop and defend his pawn. Okay, well, that's fine. If black comes over this way, we're going to steal this pawn with check. So we'll say this is a good move. Was this a better move? I don't know. Was it? You tell me.
Check.
Let's find out. Uh-oh. Well, we got this covered. Let's see. It made me think of something that maybe I missed. I'll go back and check it. White to play. No back rank mate threat. The king is exposed. If anything, we can just take this. Wait. Whose move is it? No, it's black's move. Let me. Well, I think this works out a little better for black. I don't see. Black maybe bring this queen back to defend. But I want to cover this thing about my queen e6 idea first. Because I missed something. I'm not perfect.
Check.
One move I had missed was this. But
check.
On this check, black has to defend the rook. And this pawn is going
check.
to fall with check. Now, black could be in some real serious trouble here. He can't go over here. Well, he could. Oh, let's see.
Check.
Well, there's more to it. So there's queen e6, and I can't. I guess I could spend the next 5 hours like I was talking about earlier. I could spend the rest of the show and analyze this game. let's just give food for thought and learn to get the creative juices flowing. Okay, so let's go back to where we were. But what White's doing is fine. Now he stole the pawn.
Check.
And that king is under pressure. White's 3 pawns up. And that rook doesn't look very safe. He could take here. But his king doesn't look safe at all. And now this check seems to win the queen.
Check.
Maybe that does too. What's wrong with this check?
Check.
Let's see. How much time do you take on the move?
Check.
Yeah. You
Check.
took 40 seconds. With plenty of time on the clock.
Check.
So this just seems to win outright. Black doesn't have too many legal moves. King here and king here both lose the queen. Queen here,
Check.
lose the queen.
Check.
See? And the rook. For a rook. That doesn't mean queen e6 is a bad move. Okay? That's just what I
Check.
saw. So, he has 3 legal moves. Which one does he pick? Now let's see.
Check.
Now you're going to win the rook, I think. Wait, no, he has queen back. Let's see what he does.
Check.
So he picked up a pawn, and this is a mate threat. What he's doing is working. It's not necessarily the sharpest move. I'll give you an example I like to give. You want to try to find the best way to win. Now, I'll give you an example. Like years and years ago, I'd be at a tournament, and a bunch of friends, we'd go out and study chess afterwards at the coffee shop, and we'd all proudly show off our games, and we'd think, oh, this game is just so wonderful, and then we're analyzing it, and one of our friends says, hey, Bill, what about this move? And they happen to show how I could have won the game instantly. And what happens? Everybody laughs at me. It's like, and you got to take it like a man. You screwed up. You didn't win it like you should have. So it's just, you still won, but you could have won better. And you want to try to find the best way to win, especially if you're playing a strong player, because he's not quitting until you drive the nail in the coffin. Check. But that wins the rook. This should be sufficient. Oh, no, not yet. Let's see. Wait, something's wrong. Wait a minute. Okay. He won the pawn. Threatening mate. He stopped the mate. I was thinking he was winning the rook. No, I got distracted. Okay, check. So he's after another pawn. Oh, what a greedy guy. I approve. Now black can get that pesky a7 pawn, but he's going to run out of pawns here in a second. He didn't want it. Check. He's back. So. Check. Now he says, I'll just win it my way. You can come here and tie the rook down forever. You can come down here and tie the rook and the king down. Let's see what he does. Theoretically, rook a1 is better. That rook can't move. He's stuck. White just starts advancing pawns, okay? Now this is a threat. Now come over here. And that's a threat. Check. Oh, you're going to make it a simple way. Well, not the most accurate way. See, we don't have to... this just wins the rook. Okay? Black can't stop the check. He can't save the rook. He can take the pawn now. Now, White's move wins. But this is what I'm saying. This is, check. Everybody here is going to beat me with White in this position. I freely admit that, but White could have had the rook on. That's what I mean by trying to win the most precise way. Okay? Because, if if my friend shows me this game, I'm going to laugh at him. Aha, rook h7, you win the rook too. Well, I still won, yeah, but I'm still going to laugh at you. Okay, if that makes sense. Now it's just a matter of time, and the time is up. And wow, lots of comments. Yeah, so you're 1700, so everyone here is way above me. Yeah, you're doing fine. You've got, you got some good comments, but and I can't. So I really focus on the game. I wish I could do better with the comments, but I'll get there. Okay, so that completes that one. We spent a long time with that game.